The Congress of the International Farm Management Association, IFMA, has been organized since 1971, when it was held for the first time in the UK. Since then, the IFMA Congress has taken place every 2 years in different countries and on different continents. This year, for the first time, it was held in Poland at the Warsaw University of Life Sciences. Each IFMA Congress attracts participants from all over the world and from all continents, those who represent the agricultural production sector, the academic world, political decision-making circles, companies that provide agricultural supplies, processing and trade companies, as well as organizations involved in the development of agribusiness and of rural areas. The theme of the 19th International Farm Management Association Congress is the transformation of agriculture in between politics, science and the consumer.
Poland is a very good venue, obviously. Here, this university in Warsaw is very good. The facilities are good, the transport systems, and you have a very interesting city. And I think our partners are enjoying looking around rather more than we. I would like to spend more time in your city, but the farms were very good, and we were able to go without too much distance to see some very interesting people. And you have such good facilities, interpretation, very good indeed. And so I think this is a splendid venue for a congress.
I would like to welcome representatives of our sister university. To me, of particular interest was a report on the changes now underway in China. It demonstrated what a misfortune the socialist system was in agriculture when people had to obey orders, and what immense and positive changes have occurred in China since it embraced the free market. Chinese agriculture is more market-driven than Western agriculture is. Thanks to it, it took China less time to catch up with the West in agricultural production.
Good morning, yes. The paper that I gave today really was trying to understand the performance of Chinese agricultural economy with sort of an idea of what role did policy play in this remarkable growth. And after I sort of spun out the growth statistics, which in all the cropping, livestock, every sector is very good, we then tried to say, okay, so what's behind that growth? And basically there's three aspects of Chinese agriculture policy that's been behind its success. One is incentives. They incentivize farmers to produce and to reap the profits. Two was a whole series of policies that tried to liberalize markets. It was a really market-driven agricultural growth story. And three was the real role of the government has been to invest in roads, communication, invest in R&D, and invest in surface agriculture, surface irrigation. In other words, that the role of the government is to invest in public goods. The rest of agriculture should be done by the private sector, and that's really been the key to success. And then ultimately, what we were thinking is, are there lessons for the rest of the world? You can't replicate China just any place, but I think that some of these basic fundamental ideas of getting incentives, markets, and your investment package right, can really be used by countries that are serious about getting agriculture started, so they can sort of enjoy the same type of success that China's had in the future.
I had the opportunity in 1992 to live in Poland and to work on a project, Support for Emerging Democracies. I lived in southeast Poland as well as in Lublin province, working with farmers and economics advisors. In the last 20 years, apparently there's been a lot of change. I would say that there's been a lot of investment in for instance, farm machinery and upgrading. I see a lot of positive changes. People seem to be optimistic. So I think you've preserved the best of your traditions, but while also changing to meet new European standards and to react to market changes.
On an 80-hectare farm, we cultivate flax and rapeseed. We also breed Złotnicka Biała pigs. Last year, our farm was proposed for the visiting list for participants in the 2013 IFMA conference. We produce flaxseed oil, which we export all over the world. Among our customers is Dr. Witt, a London-based organization which purchases large quantities of our oil. The oil is also present in the French and Italian markets, so we are a well-known brand. We've been breeding Złotnicka Biała pigs since 2006. We have 40 sows on our farm. In Poland there are 600 of them altogether, so we have quite a few of those pigs. The feed we use are the leftovers from flaxseed oil pressing. I think that Poland is the right venue for this event. This Congress has been organized here at just the right time, because Poland has a lot to be proud of after over 20 years of political and economic transformation. All the Congress participants appreciate this. We are showered with praise. The Congress is held under the motto Transforming Agriculture, in between science, politics and the consumer. I reckon that Poland, Polish agriculture and Polish agribusiness are living proof of a very successful transformation.
Actually, this is the first time Afghanistan is sending a representative to the IFMA Congress. It's the first time for our company from Afghanistan, and first time somebody in the history of IFMA attending the conference. I found it really informative, and I learned a lot from the people's experience. I networked with people here from different delegations from around the world, and it's such a pleasant experience for me. I learned about how agriculture works in the West, because in the East it's a bit different than the West. Particularly in my country, the agriculture in Afghanistan is very traditional. You know, the past few decades during the war, the economic and the social infrastructure was completely devastated. So now we are in rebuilding process. We are trying to help our farmers through our company. It's called Healing Leaves, to improve their farming management. In Afghanistan, the farming is like not very big because most of the country is mountains, covered by mountains. Probably 60 to 70% of the country is mountains, and another 30 to 40% is land. So the farms are like from half a hectare to 10 hectares, and mostly the people grow in my country wheat, corn, vegetables like potatoes and these products. And the irrigation is a problem in our country because most of the irrigation is surface irrigation, and we don't have a lot of water. A lot of water in the surface irrigation is wasted. So Healing Leaves Afghanistan is trying to learn the new technology from the West. Of course, from such congresses, we learn about people's experience, and we try to apply the skills we learn back in our country, and to train our farmers how to do better irrigation, not to waste water, and how to have better farming management in our country.
Są to kongresy, które skupiają.
This Congress brings together farmers, agricultural advisors and academics, as well as entrepreneurs involved with agribusiness. It's very important because all innovation, all the results of studies are directly transferred to farmers, those who then use the results in actual practice.
Którzy z tych wyników później korzystają.
Jestem absolwentką Szkoły Głównej Gospodarstwa Wiejskiego w Warszawie.
I'm a graduate of the Warsaw University of Life Sciences, and I'm the best proof that the knowledge gained here can be put to good advantage. Initially, our farm was very small, just 8 hectares. Now it's grown to 150 hectares, of which 110 is taken up by the peppermint plantation. For more than a decade, our farm has been working directly with the German company
a może
Tekane.
nawet więcej z firmą niemiecką Tekane.
In fact, we've been involved with them indirectly for over 30 years now.
Jest wiele wątków.
When it comes to the Congress, there are a lot of strands, from economics and business to some issues relating to technology. From the point of view of my position and the work I do for the European Commission, it seems to me that the most important thing is that in the new financial perspective, a lot of emphasis is placed on agricultural research and support for research and innovation in agriculture. The European Commission has proposed a new program to support innovation in agriculture, the European Innovation Partnership. It will involve not just scientists, but also business, representatives of agriculture and advisors. There will also be fresh opportunities for students, and above all, those who are interested in developing international cooperation with partners from other member states, neighboring countries and other regions. So there are vast opportunities ahead. I'd like to encourage everyone to study the new proposals concerning innovation and research in agriculture in the new EU financial perspective.
Kongres ma bardzo zróżnicowane.
The Congress has a diversified agenda. There are both plenary sessions and field trips. 2 days were set aside for visits to the countryside. There were 7 parallel itineraries which showcased the Polish agribusiness sector from various angles. There were plenty of practical examples of companies that showed off their strengths to the participants.
Jesteśmy bardzo wdzięczni
We are very grateful to the Warsaw University of Life Sciences for this opportunity to take part in this conference, which is held within the university campus. We are very happy we have the opportunity to present our firm to representatives of the agricultural sector from other countries. We are very open to the broadest possible cooperation with the Warsaw University of Life Sciences. We're also open to future initiatives involving an exchange of experiences. At this kind of conference, participants from other countries bring in so much in terms of the information we exchange. We benefit a lot from that. We've had different sessions devoted to concrete issues which were thoroughly discussed in great detail. Among others, a session took place today devoted to agricultural entrepreneurship and strategic management. The session was co-financed from European Union funds within the Leonardo da Vinci program. The project is being implemented in 4 countries, in the Netherlands, Poland, Slovenia and Lithuania. It consists in the training of farmers in strategic management and building farm strategies. It is crucial because farmers very rarely think about the future. They don't build their own strategies. They don't think about their goals for the next 10 years or so and the ways to achieve those goals. Instead, they focus on their day-to-day operations. That's why teaching strategic thinking in agriculture is so important and so necessary.
Yeah, we already work with this IFMA method from 2006 on, but during the Leonardo da Vinci project we bring together 6 groups of dairy farmers from different regions. We also invited to this training 2 groups of students, future successor of the family dairy farms, and I think all farmers were very enthusiastic. They make a good strategy. They have very clear goals for future.
Yeah, I think the results were, if I just look globally and also this morning, I think one of the nice results I saw is that all the participating organizations, Extension Service, like here in Poland, the Masovian Extension Service, University here of Life Sciences, foreign extension services and research institutes, and you saw, I think, that we came together, and we also came a little bit together with the farmers. I can prove that, because yesterday I was an excursion, a dairy excursion here in Poland, and we visited 2 farmers, and what happened? They were both from our project. So I learned that the university here did appreciate it when they have contacts with those farmers now. And that's already very important. So that's one good result, that we interact.
We have here many participants from far afield, from Australia, Japan, African countries, and Latin America and the United States, who have come to Poland for the first time. I think they are really impressed with what they see here.
Hello, I am Manfred Venter. I come from South Africa. I'm a student at the University of the Free State in Bloemfontein. I am enjoying Poland so much. It exceeded my expectations. Good food, good hospitality. I learned very much from the conference, and I'm very privileged to be here. And Poland has the most beautiful women. Thank you. Dziękuję.
Yeah, Poland is my first time in your country. This is I really love your people. You're very hospitable. We went on several tours outside the city. It was a great experience for me. People were so hospitable. They were so good. The music I really liked. I listened to some Polish music, although I know nothing, not even a word, but it was so good. The people I interact with in the city, I went to some restaurants, and they're so good, so friendly. I really liked it, and the weather, especially, the weather is so good. When I came here, I was so impressed with the weather. It's so nice to be here, and I'm definitely planning to come again to Warsaw, to Poland.
SGGW.
The Warsaw University of Life Sciences deserves to be the organizer of congresses on such a grand scale, with such prominent participation of guests who are renowned in their academic fields. That's why I'm very happy to be here. For the third time I'm taking part in this congress convened by the same organizers, but it is my great pleasure that for the first time the venue is the university where I spent 15 years and where I always fondly come back to.
Z wielkim sentymentem wracam.